Clicking the link, lean in, your grin, two mics, all right, let's dive.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Rennert with my co-host Lian Mai Wen Oost, and this is the Contagious podcast. Our guest today is actor, director, producer, writer, model, and a lot more, Sammie Lee. Thank you so much for being here today, Sammie. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me.
You are very welcome. Yeah. And for a little background, Sammie, we've been friends on Facebook for quite a number of years, and over the time, I've seen countless beautiful modeling photos you posted, as well as regular news about your many filmmaking projects in the UK. Everything you posted over the years has been very intriguing and captivating to me. So again, I immediately put you on my list of people to invite soon, and so that's why.
That's awesome.
Yes, and so Maya and I both have many great questions for you today, and I know you have a lot of interesting things to tell us about. So in true space jockey style, let's get the podcast launched and on its way out of this world, as I have no doubt it will be.
Love that.
Oh, well, I tried a new
It's
one.
new.
Yes, it is. I'm trying to be new and different with my out of this world space jockey theme. So I'm going to start off with the first question. And your bio on IMDb, Sammie, says that you began as an actress and then became an independent filmmaker. But I think you also began as a model in the glamour industry. So tell us about the beginnings of your careers and your transition from modeling, if that's where you started, to acting, and finally also to making films yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, if we went right back, we'd have to go back to when I was 17.
Wow.
I'd always wanted to be a dancer. I didn't really think much about acting. It was like right the way since I was sort of like 2. I'd done sort of ballet, rock and roll, ballroom, salsa, you know, all the different things you do as a little girl growing up. By the time I got to about 14, things weren't so great at home. So I actually ended up going into social care. And then I kind of went off the rails a little bit, you could say, as a teenager.
Yeah.
And then at 17, I got a job in Athens in Greece.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, the job was kind of like, in my eyes at that age, you're quite naive and you're young and you're quite vulnerable, and you kind of think, oh yeah, I'm going to go and be a dancer in a country. They're paying for my flight, they're paying for everything. Got out there and it wasn't a nightclub as such. It was something a little bit darker than that. So moving on, I came back, no longer a girl, a lot more wiser to what goes on in the darker side of the world. Athens isn't like your island, you know, like when you go for holiday making and stuff.
Not what you see in the movies.
You've got the normal people that live there on a daily basis, you know, don't have a lot of money, children begging in the streets. That was the horrifying thing for me. At 17, not really knowing the world, I hadn't traveled, and then seeing a 2-year-old come up to the taxi with a little cup in their hands. You know, and you're in a main road and you're like, where's the parents? And everyone's like, well, this is normal. But for me, it was quite an eye-opener to the world. So when I came back, it wasn't long after that I actually fell pregnant with my son. So I literally for about 8 years didn't do anything apart from be a mum. That was it. At 9, my son was diagnosed with autism and ADHD. So I literally, you know, everything, my whole world was around my children. Yeah, he's 24 now and he's doing amazing. But it was like I had a bit of a rough start, I won't lie.
Yeah.
And then I sort of got to about, I think I was about 23 when I got into the modeling. I tried to get into my mum tried to get me modeling when I was 7, and I got told my nose was too big and I was too short.
Aww.
I knew that the kind of like runway fashion and stuff wasn't going to happen from a very young age. But obviously because I've had the background with the stuff in Athens, the pole dancing basically, glamour modeling kind of opened up its doors to me. I had less wrinkles back in those days. That was about 20 years ago. But yeah, it was a good life, and there was some really good people. When you're in your young 20s and that, and you're kind of wild and you haven't, got too many responsibilities, it's great. But as you get older, it's quite hard to keep up with a lifestyle. And you kind of just want to be in your slippers at home at 11 o'clock. So when it got to about 2014, my kids were a lot older, and I met up with a guy that I went to school with. I'd known him since I was 12, and he was always been a filmmaker, even before the days of Wi-Fi. Before it was so easy to make films, because it is so much easier for people to make films now. Anyone can do it, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like it opened up another world, and I literally just did a few little things on horror movies. That was more his genre. And I was either like a dead girl or playing a stripper, or just little tiny little roles, nothing major. And then in 2017 I had an idea and a script, and I put it together, and this friend of mine looked at it, and because he was so experienced in filmmaking, he said he'd help me to make it, and we did. And I didn't expect it to go as big as it did. At that point I was expecting it just to be a YouTube film, like a short. We ended up doing 4 chapters of the movie over a space of 5 years, and it ended up going on Amazon in the end. So really, I kind of fell into the filmmaking side of it. And then I realized that actually I prefer being on the other side of the camera rather than, I like acting, but I like being behind. And my favorite part of filming, the filmmaking, is the editing.
Creative.
Like, nothing against the actors. I love the actors to bits, but once I've got rid of them and I get home and I get to put all that in my little stirring pot, and I start to like see what you've put on paper come to life, I can't explain what that feels like. It's such a buzz. So yeah, that's where I am now. I'm kind of making movies and helping aspiring actors basically get the tools they need. So we'll help people put show reels together. We don't charge money or anything like that. There's no profit made or anything. It's all collaboration. It's like the actors help me by being amazing, and I help them by giving what they need back, and then they can go on and use that show reel to then get into like other acting auditions and things like that. So yeah, it's really worked well, actually, and it's a lot of fun. But for me, because I've got responsibilities at home, and I'm not the sort of person, I'd love to jump on a plane and go and make a movie in America, but I've got things here that I couldn't do that just yet in my life. So for now, doing this as a hobby and helping other people and seeing other people do well, it's pretty cool. So I'm not going to say it doesn't come with its darker side, because it definitely does, and I'm experiencing a lot of that now. But there's also the upside to it. So it's like salt and sugar. You got to just balance it well, and then the outcome. We're all looking forward to the premiere. We did hope it would be in October, but I think it's going to be more like January, February now.
For which one? For which movie?
So that's for Narc, sorry.
Oh, Narc.
Okay,
Narc is basically based on narcissistic abuse. It's got probably about 4 different stories within the film, so it's different experiences of narcissism. But
is this all from one writer or multiple people's story into one?
Yeah, so there's like 4 different females.
And
then you've got the 4 males, and it's kind of a like, who did it, who's the narc, kind, because everybody's got a little bit of narcissism in us, if we're honest. Like, there's a little tiny bit, but what I'm talking about is the extent of more of a spiritual level, where if you think that every single human being has a spirit inside them, not all of us are good. And that's where you kind of get the narc. I see it as a demon. I honestly do. My experiences of narcissistic
no demon on
people,
your shoulder.
It's kind of like when they look back at you, there's nothing there. There's like, when you talk to somebody who's like got empathy and certain chemicals within the body, you can tell. But when you spend time with people that lack that, especially in the film industry,
No
you see a lot
soul.
of it, because I think I've seen it more in the film industry because I meet more people than I naturally would, and you get all sorts of characters coming through the independent film industry. You can't tell if people are good or trusty until you've worked with them.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of, some days it's a blessing, some days it's a lesson. But yeah, there's sometimes I've met these characters, and it's been throughout my life really, not just in the film industry, but I've always met this sort of spirit. And since I went down the rabbit hole, as to say, and started learning about narcissistic abuse and doing all my research and talking to doctors, I feel like I've got a PhD in it myself now. The victims that I speak to, they all have the same story, and all the traits that you get from a narcissist it's like a handbook. It's the same rules, it's the same game. So obviously with my own experiences, I like to make films that are going to hit people, that like mean something, and I like to bring awareness as well. So I thought, what better than to, I wouldn't say the film's based on my experiences exactly, but the stories within it, a lot of the actors on set in the film have also experienced narcissistic abuse. So it's quite interesting.
Okay, that well, I have to say, I love the way you answered my first question, Sammie. It was
And answered a few others.
it was a big question. It was a big question. It asked a lot, but you handled it very well with a
Yes.
nice summary of
Okay.
everything.
So if I talk too much, just tell me to shut up.
Oh,
It's an
oh,
No,
no,
this is about
absolutely.
you. This is for
Yes.
you to tell us.
Oh, certainly. No, anything you like to talk about is fine. Perfect. Yes. Since you already mentioned Roofie, that was on my list of things to ask you about. And
2017.
is the movie you said you've had multiple parts of the movie? It had second, like, how many parts have you made for Roofie?
So there was 4 in the end.
Okay.
There has been talk in there being another one.
Oh
But
my.
to be fair, it would have to, I'm too old to play that character now. I mean, we finished making that film, probably about, what is it now, 2000? Yeah, so it was 6 years ago.
Oh my.
So yeah, I think we'd have to do it, if we were to do a Roofed 5, it would have to be based on another character. But yeah, there has been talks of it. But we started off with the pilot. I had quite a lot of issues with cast members letting me down and not turning up and things like that. So I ended up moving on to a different production company. They were great. We went on to do Roofed 2, then we did Roofed 3, and then we went on and brought another girl into Roofed 4 and based it on another character. So yeah, it just kept going. And then Amazon then opened up, I think it was in about 2019-20, Amazon opened up their distribution to the public. And there was another producer on the film, and he said, why don't we give it a go and submit it and see if we get it on there? I thought, there's no way we're going to get it on there. It's not, I'm proud of the film because it's my first film, but technical against other films, there was a lot of technical, like, sound issues and things, and I just didn't think it would get on there, but it did, 2 days before Christmas.
Oh wow.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, you can imagine that was just like,
Christmas
wow,
miracle.
all that hard work.
Yeah. And could you give us a synopsis of Roofied? What is that movie about? Yeah.
No problem. So Roofed 1, 2, and 3 are all based on Lucy and a girl called Amy. They're both dancers that have been got into a bit of trouble. Lucy basically runs back to an old friend, and these traffickers are on the hunt for her. And the film's basically trying to show that when you're in that industry, if you have an abuser or somebody that's marked you, let's say somebody that owns you, basically, it's not just that person you have to try and escape, because they have all their networks. And it's literally a film about trying to escape abuse and trying to escape the control, and just how hard it is. And how the police officer in it he's a lovely guy. He's actually in Narc as well. He's playing the police officer in Narc. His name's Aftab Sarkar. He's brilliant. We've been mates for like 10 years now, and he's been in every film that I've made. He's an amazing actor. But yeah, he plays a bit of a silly cop in that one. And you know, with regards to that that dark side of the industry, when you do speak to police, they seem to either be complicit in it or they ignore it. I don't know whether sometimes they just play silly or whether they are actually just like the perpetrator themselves. So yeah, it was kind of just showing that how girls really do suffer, and when you're trafficked and you've got men literally on you 24/7, there is no escape. So that's basically what it's about. But I'm not going to spoil the ending.
Okay, yeah,
but,
no, don't do that. No, don't do
yeah,
that.
it's not all bad.
But the narcissistic abuse is in the movie Narc. Is that right? And
yeah, that's more based on you do get obviously narcissism in all kinds of relationships, mainly starting with the mother or the father when you're a young child. But this is more based on in the domestic home. So it's between different relationships. So you've got a relationship between Ashley, who's played by August Porter. She's quite well known in the horror genre. A new actor that's just come into the industry who's amazing called Mark Carter. So they're basically playing a couple that have only just got together. So they're kind of new and in the middle of it. Then you've got Lewin Andrews. He's done loads of stuff. He's on EastEnders. Don't know if you know EastEnders. It's a major soap in the UK. But he's the husband who's quite notorious. He owns a nightclub. He's got a lot of power. And he's got a wife called Tia, who's very placid. And she's not very intimidated, and you know the size difference between them, it's obvious why. So yeah, there's that relationship where they've been married for a few years, and it shows that obviously it's gone a bit further, it's escalated by that time. And then you've got my relationship with my ex, who I've just come out of the relation. I've got away from my narcissist.
Congratulations.
So it's showing all different, and then it sort of all crashes together. And yeah, again, I don't want to spoil it.
oh no, yeah, don't do that. But I know I have heard you talk in some of your other interviews about what you call flying monkeys, and I really like that term. I've heard you talk about it, and it relates obviously to like the flying monkeys in The Wizard of Oz that do the bidding of the Wicked Witch, and they just kind of do what she says without really questioning anything. So I'm assuming that you have flying monkey characters in Narc. Is that true?
We do. We do. I won't tell you what characters they're connected to.
Oh yeah, no,
but that's mainly part of the film Narc.
Okay.
It's the escape of not just having to escape the abuser, you're also having to escape the flying monkeys. Now, 2 years ago, I'd heard of flying monkeys in The Wizard of Oz, but I'd never heard of it in the term of, I didn't even know what a narcissist was 2 years ago. Oh. So I went down a rabbit hole, and it was only through watching Dr. Ramadi. Don't know if you've heard of her. She's
actually,
amazing woman. She saved my life.
Well,
she saved my life. Sorry, I'm getting.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, that's okay.
Sorry.
Well, yeah, that's all right.
I wasn't expecting that.
That's okay.
Yeah, she's amazing.
You've been through a lot. So.
Yeah, you sure have. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're okay.
No, that is okay. Absolutely, okay. No problem.
Yeah, she's an amazing woman. She if it wasn't for her. I don't think I'd be here, to be honest, guys. I really don't, because everything that happened a few years ago now, it's like, guys, 7-8 years ago, but you can see it's still
affecting
still quite raw. So flying monkeys, this is what they do to you.
Yeah, right. I believe, as I think you mentioned, she has a video on YouTube or somewhere talking about that. Am I right? The flying monkeys. Because right, because I heard you talk about it first, and then I realized after I listened to her that this is actually a term that has been already coined by a professional about people that do this. Yes.
Yeah,
So
like I
that was
say, a few years ago, I went down the rabbit hole. And once you've been a victim of narcissistic abuse and you start to research, you realize it is literally, like I said earlier to Linen, it's like it's a textbook. And the games they play, it's all the same.
yeah.
And when you talk to a survivor of narcissistic abuse, you will hear the same stories, the same abuse patterns. And when you start to recognize those patterns and you know that there's a name for what they're doing to you, oh, I can't tell you, it changes you as a person. You know, almost like I am a different person now. Like I'm not that vulnerable, stupid little girl that I once was that let people cross boundaries and things like that. I'm still quite emotional at times when I think about the stuff that I've gone through and that, but I get quite angry with certain people, flying monkeys, that, you know, a lot of these flying monkeys, that's the thing, you don't actually know them. They're literally strangers online that will see a group of people ganging up on someone and then they just join in for the entertainment.
Well,
Trolls, what they
from
call
what
it
I
here.
hear,
Yeah.
they are also people who don't even really know you. They just are following the commands of somebody else to attack a person,
That's right.
and they
Yeah,
don't
I've
even
had
know. Yeah.
fell out with a couple of guys on Roofid 1 in 2017. I won't mention names because I don't want you guys to get any backlash from it, but
Okay.
basically they went around causing a lot of trouble, making up a lot of lies about me, getting other people to target me. Then they'd have public conversations about me and then their lies would become true. So I've been called things like a crack whore, I'm a crap mother. My daughter's going to uni next year, she's doing amazing, so like I'm proud of my kids, you know, but all the things they say about you isn't true. And then what the flying monkeys do, they'll set up fake accounts and then have conversations with themselves about you, so it looks
Oh
like
yeah,
there's a group having a conversation with you and then everybody else starts to believe it because so many people are saying it.
happens a
But
lot.
actually, when you filter down, I've been putting a case together now for 8 years, and I've managed to catch a lot of them out, and it's all to this one person. So they're all, every single one of these flying monkeys are from various platforms, and they all link up on these platforms and have become friends. So they don't even really know each other, to be honest. And then they sort of go after you, and it seems to be when you're doing well. I know a lot of aspiring actors like myself that are trying every avenue, you know, you take every opportunity like you guys have given me today, and somebody would be there to try and ruin it or put you down about it. And I think if you're going to be in this industry, you have to cut through all that and not give a, you know, you have to not let bad things, people are going to say bad things about you and you just can't let them. So they try to bully you out the industry. It can be quite a dark industry, the film industry, unfortunately. But you get the right team together, it's amazing. So
yeah. Well, so
but I like the fact you know about flying monkeys because there's not many people that get it.
Yeah. Well, actually, after I scheduled your interview, I started watching some of your other interviews, and somehow I came across. I also heard, of course, you telling a lot of your stories, but I came across a video of I believe it was a professional person talking about the flying monkey specifically, and I thought, wow, this is actually a textbook term, and it makes
if you go on YouTube now or on Facebook, I mean, like I said, the rabbit hole, I have so many influencers that talk about narcissistic abuse and how to survive it, how to notice the red flags. Like I say, I feel like I've got a PhD in the subject now. It is so, I mean, I can look at somebody and we shouldn't judge straight away, but unfortunately I feel like after everything I've been through, I've got a superpower now. And I can tell straight away just by somebody's mannerisms or, you know, just by watching, are they empathetic to other people? Are they thoughtful, or is it, do they come on set and they're like, me, I want the pictures for Facebook? You know, there's a very big difference in somebody that wants to be an actor We get all sorts. We get people that want to be actors and they want to go to America and they want to hit Hollywood. And then we have a lot of actors that just love to do it for the hobby.
For fun. Yeah.
And they just like, so they don't want to be out there like that. So it's kind of balanced, but both are great. It's the ones that come on and think they're Johnny Depp already.
Hmm.
That's the problem that we have. So yeah, and then the flying monkeys. But I think flying monkeys and trolls comes in any industry. I don't think it's just the film industry. I think it's the
It's
internet.
people that don't have a life and they feel the thrill out of bullying someone else.
So,
It's been, I mean, I was diagnosed with cervical cancer last year. I've got the all clear now, thank God.
oh, thank goodness, yes.
Literally 3 months ago. I've still got to go for checkups, but I had all this abuse going on. And not only that, I had a guy that's part of this clique trying to steal my film, Roofied.
Oh,
So in the end, it took me 2 years. I had to take him to the High Court and sue him.
wow.
And he had all of these people, including the ringleader of these flying monkeys, basically going around the internet saying I was lying. Not only that, one of their friends raped me in 2018.
Oh.
So yeah, that was a police investigation. The guy that raped me actually went on the Jeremy Kyle show. He failed 3 lie detectors. And
Wow.
still after that, people were calling me a liar.
Wow.
So at the moment in England, I don't know what it's like for you guys over in America, but the police are not supporting any rape convictions.
Oh,
They're literally letting rapists out of prison early. And
oh
it's
my
like an
God.
epidemic that's happening over here. So at the time, I took it really personally that they let this guy go. Because I mean, if you go on my YouTube, you'll hear a recording of the sergeant basically saying he does believe I was raped. It's not that. It's just that they haven't really got enough evidence and he hasn't bothered to look through all the text messages.
Oh my
And those
God.
text messages proved he did what he did. But yeah, they didn't support me. So this guy went around the whole internet trying to get everyone against me. And then all the flying monkeys come. So I've put so much evidence on a channel on my YouTube showing everything. And for some reason, there's this little gang. I mean, YouTube was my jury. It was my court, my jury. It was my chance to show my side of the story, show my evidence. And I think there's enough on there to prove what he did. And so does everybody that was close to me. So unfortunately, there are people that are cut with the same cloth, and it's easier for them to support them than it is to sort of walk away from that group and admit that something's not right. And I've learned now that says more about them than me, but in the past it's been quite hurtful, I won't lie.
You've been
Yeah,
through
it's a
so
very,
much since you were little. That's insane.
very dark side to the film industry. So I would say to anyone, especially young women, if you are thinking of doing it, always take someone with you to an audition, like a chaperone,
Always.
before don't just turn up on your own on a bus. And that's music videos, whatever you're going for, modeling agencies. Yeah.
So when will Narc be released?
So we've got one shoot on Saturday coming. We're filming a murder scene.
Ooh.
It's going to be a bit creepy. Yeah, a bit scary. And the murder is massive. So yeah, it's going to be really scary. So yeah, we're kind of, when it goes too far and the police they've taken, a lot of police will sort of say that stalking and narcissistic abuse, it can't be proven. If you go to court and you say to the judge, right, he's a narcissist or she's a narcissist, they won't listen to you. And that will actually not do you any favors. What you have to do in court is prove a pattern of abuse. Once you can prove that pattern of abuse, yes, it's narcissism, but that's the only way a judge can deal with it. So it becomes really hard for the victim to actually prove it when it's things like turning on the light switch at 3 o'clock in the morning to wake you up, or hiding your car keys.
Oh my
Little
God.
tiny things like that over a time is going to make anyone go crazy.
That would drive me
And then you
crazy
go
the first week.
and then they film you and they go, oh, look, she's crazy, reactive abuse.
Oh
So
my
again,
God.
it's all different sections. I mean, like I say, if you go into this on YouTube, you are going to go down a rabbit hole. And
You
are
have
gonna
so
come
much
out.
patience.
I didn't, darling, honestly. I've
You
been
dealt
a
with it for
mess
so long.
Yeah, I wasn't like this. So it's only been in the last sort of 2 years. 4 months ago, I had my diagnosis. I've got CPTSD.
Oh my.
So that was explaining the nightmares, the insomnia. Sometimes when I get like anxiety, I can get like very, very hot. I thought it was the menopause to start with, but it's not. Apparently, I'm too young.
I understand that.
So,
I was sweating.
yeah, so now I've got a name for it, and I've got like the medication I'm on and stuff like that. It kind of just, yeah, everything's good again. And the only thing that triggers it, if I'm honest, is the horrible people you get online. But
Yeah.
I'm starting to learn now that it just comes
Ignore
with
it.
the industry.
Yeah.
You've got to, yeah, you can't take it. I think it's when you know, when it's someone you know, and it was someone that you once worked with, it can be a bit harder than if it's just some random person. Sorry, it's an aeroplane going over. Can you hear it?
Oh,
No.
no, we don't hear it.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
So yeah, but apart from that, everything's great. I'm back on track. I'm healthy again. The sun's out, and I'm talking to you guys. So
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you passed the storm. There's a little rain still, but
Yeah.
but you
I
passed the
think we all
storm.
go through it. I mean, I'm 43 in December.
That's
So,
it.
I mean,
Oh.
yeah, I've been in the
You're
industry now
young.
since I was like, say, 16, 17. I started off working at Gulliver's Land when I was 15, 16. It's
Oh.
like a kids' theme park, and I used to dress up as Gully Mouse
Oh,
and
that sounds like
run
fun.
around and stuff. So, yeah, that's how I started in the entertainment. But unfortunately, by the time I got to 17, 18, my life went down a different track. And yeah, I
Yeah.
had to give up the entertainment industry for a while, and now I'm sort of back on it again, and I'm loving it. I love to help other people put show reels together. That's the main thing I want to do. I want to help actors. It's so hard for an actor because they'll want to be an actor, they're a good actor,
Right.
but they can't get in the films
Yeah, they can't
because
get
they
into
haven't got
anything.
a show reel, and they haven't got a show reel because they haven't done any films to
Most
make a show
most
reel.
productions won't
So
hire people they don't know. They only take in the actors they already know. So it's really hard
yeah.
for new upcomers trying to get into things.
Yeah, so I thought, what best? Let's make show reels, and I get to make films for fun, and they get what they need.
There you go.
Well, Sammie, in case you didn't know, Maya is also a film producer, an actor,
Oh
a
wow!
writer,
Amazing.
and she's into the same things you are, actually.
I
Yeah.
also
Oh,
have two autistic kids.
Yeah.
wow.
I'm 44. I
Oh,
started when I was 14, and yeah, I stopped for 6 years to create our little family. We went through IVF, so we kind of like the same.
we're
We went through the same
twins.
thing. Yeah, we went through the same thing. So we
I
took a
love
break
it.
for the kids, and my kids are 5 and turning 6. So
Oh,
yeah,
I
it's
miss that. Honestly, take every day as comes. Mine are 24 and 20. My daughter's 20 next week, and
aw.
I can't
Oh.
believe it. I'm just like, I wish I'd had another one, if I'm honest. Can't do it
I
now. Do
want
you know what I mean? But
3. I want 3, but I don't think we can have any more because two
mm,
autistic kids is a lot.
yeah, I
And
get
uh
it. I get it.
and then
But
just
it's you go through chapters in your life, babe. I think every 10 years it's kind of we do change as people.
right.
The people that come into our lives change. We get wiser. Some don't, but most of us do. So yeah, I think I'm just going with the flow, to be honest. I mean, I didn't even think I was going to be here last year. I went for a general, sorry to be graphic, guys, but a normal smear test, to be told that you've got to go for an operation. If you
It's a
don't, it's the
common thing.
end.
Oh.
So yeah, it was we got to it just before it got to the bad stage. So yeah,
Oh.
it took me about 8 months to get over the procedure,
Oh my
and I lost a
God.
lot of weight. I went down to 5.5 stone.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, I looked like it was horrible. Like a skeleton. It was so bad. But yeah, I'm eating a lot of salads and potato and pasta now, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
get there. I'm gonna get there in Christmas. I'm gonna stuff myself.
Don't wait till
But yeah,
Christmas.
I saw that you were nodding a lot when I was talking about narcissism. Are you quite up on that? You
Oh,
seem to
me?
know. No, when I was talking to Lynn, and she was sort of like when I was saying about the
Oh, okay.
traits, the red
Yes,
flags
Yeah.
and that.
there's
So
a
you've looked
lot.
into it.
A lot
Yeah,
of it, especially in the industrial, as you said, there's a ton. And through castings and stuff, productions, I've been through a lot of stuff you've been through, and rape was one of them.
oh,
And
babe, I'm
I
so
don't talk
sorry.
about it a lot because a lot of people we say, well, you shouldn't have put yourself in that position. A lot of
No,
people will
that's not
say,
true at all.
yeah, people will blame us before they even think about other things like why do men do this? But I don't talk about it a lot because people just come to attacking me about it. So I'm just like, I say my piece and I kind of back out because people start attacking me. So I'm like, I just
I get it.
and I know it's
Mhm.
their cronies, it's their people doing it. So I just kind of stop and after a few years they just let it go and they just disappear.
They
Um,
did. They
yeah.
did. Oh, that's good. That's good. Were they in the film industry as well?
Yes, they are.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Brilliant.
Like when I go into
Well, I'm hoping
casting,
it's been 8 years for me, but yeah, I'm hoping one day they
maybe
disappear,
one
but I
day they
don't
will
know.
drop off, maybe.
But you need to know that, you told your story and you know
Yes,
what's true. And
yes,
like I said, when you have these different spirits walking around us, none of us know who are bad. It's
right,
not your fault someone put you in that position and did that to you. That's on the person that did the act.
right. But people,
Anybody that says that it's your fault,
they
they're no
will,
better than that
yeah,
abuser. They may as well just be an abuser in my eyes. So
exactly. And
yeah.
that's how I saw
I'm
it.
so
But
sorry that happened to you though.
yeah, but it's it made me grow up some, and I've been more aware of it. It has not happened to me in the past 20 years,
Hmm.
so I've learned my lesson to not trust people
It shouldn't
when
have
they,
been a lesson to learn though, sweetheart. It
yeah.
shouldn't. We should be able to. I mean, the guy that did it to me, I'd been working with him on Roofed for a year. So I
Oh,
knew him and he did it on my birthday. We went
oh
to the
my
Hilton Hotel.
God.
Yeah, and he did it on
Mm.
my birthday. So that for me was like I went through about whilst the rape investigation was going on for about a year, I was like ruined.
That
I
was
didn't even want to leave the house.
horrible. Oh my
And then the
God.
Jeremy Kyle show, obviously, you can imagine the attention that brought to me. So yeah, I was just like wrecked. I was gone. And then I had a few friends that stood by me. We started making another production, and I realized that people actually did believe me and they
Uh,
weren't listening to these awful people. I've got so many supporters on my social media that
That's
know I'm telling the
good.
truth and have followed my story. But the thing is, when you said to yourself, like, you stopped telling your story, I understand totally why you did. But the reason I feel I can't stop telling my story is because, one, I'm scared they'll do it to someone else.
I tell
By me
people don't
telling my
stop.
story and naming them, at least then if a woman does get in that situation with one of these people, at least it can be in the back of her mind that she's at least heard something. I mean, take people as you want, but I don't want to risk me not saying anything and then it happening to someone else. So
The
for me,
person,
it was
the person, the production company that did the casting, well, they didn't succeed. These are the people that didn't succeed. These are the people that kept attacking me. They didn't succeed. This was in Hollywood. Um, and they told me from the beginning that if you say anything about this, you will not be able to get in anywhere in this career. And I was like, I don't care. And they said that not only that, you will endanger yourself and your life. They threatened me. And then when I tried to speak up, they started attacking me. I got emails, I got calls, and I was mentally breaking down. And but they are known to do this apparently, and they said people know we do this, and they still come. Look at you, why you come? I was like, because I've never heard of you. I never heard that you did this. And then after that, I start doing more researches when I go to castings and stuff like that, and I start bringing people to castings. I don't go alone anymore. But that was like back then when I was younger. And when you're young and naive and you just move to the area, you don't think things like this would happen.
you
And then it
don't.
happened. And you know, I
And then
kind
you're
of,
a different person.
yeah, I tried to tell my story, and it was because I was so little and no one really knew about me. They were trying to stomp me. They threatened to kill me and my family. So I was like, I'm gonna let it go. I don't want my family to be in danger. I didn't die, and I'm just gonna keep it as it, and that's when I let it go. And every time I speak up a little about it, any like for some reason somehow they find out, they start
Because they're
going at
watching
it
you the
again.
whole time,
Yeah,
darling. They never go away.
yeah.
They
But
never
like
go away.
yeah, and then like
They'll be
I
on
think
ghost accounts, catfish accounts. They'll
yeah,
be setting up fake accounts talking to you, pretending to be a fan, and you
yeah,
don't even realize who you're talking to. It's pretty freaky stuff.
yeah. But I think
Yeah.
10 years ago I said something online, no reaction. And then like a year later I've mentioned something, no reaction. So I'm thinking I just fell off the radar. So, um,
Mm.
I would not bring their name up because I now have kids and they can threaten my kids, and never, I would never put my kids in that position. And I'm over it now. I tried to speak up because I didn't want it to happen to other people, but at that point, they were big. Still to this name, I cannot, still to this day, I cannot mention their name because I don't want it to come back.
Yeah, I
But
totally get you.
I can't imagine how many people fell into their net, and even to this day I don't know how many people did, and I don't even want to think about the people that actually kept pushing and got taken care of, if you know what I mean. And it's pretty sad because a lot of
But just
people
by
go
me and
missing.
you having this conversation now, you're going to make so many young girls aware that this goes on in the
Oh
film
yeah,
industry.
it happens
So
a lot,
just
sadly.
I don't care what happens to him. I just, as long as the awareness is out there,
Right.
and I know what happened, he knows what happens, and God
Oh,
will
he
know
definitely knows what
what
happened.
happened. So yeah, but I'm sorry, darling. I didn't mean
Mm.
to trigger you.
Oh no,
But
it's
sometimes
not.
I know what it's like when that happens. You're kind of like,
Yeah,
oh, back there again.
yeah,
Right. It's something
it's
they'll no,
good.
no one will understand until they've been through it themselves, unfortunately.
Well, I'm glad we got to talk to you and be able to speak up about it again because it's been buried pretty deep down there. And it's good. This is a good awareness for the new upcoming actors, the young ones that think that every casting is safe to just go alone in there. And they will try to get you to undress yourself in there. And then when you're behind closed doors with all those men, you don't know what's going to happen to you. Even and if you say I don't want to go undress myself because I do not agree to be nude, and then that's when they close the doors, what you gonna do about it? And that's a lot of men, and you're just a girl by yourself. So and then they got guards outside the door, and they make sure that the other casting girls are in another room. So when they take you from one room to through a hall to another room in the back. Who's gonna know what's gonna happen to you? So it's always good to bring someone with you.
Yeah, 100%. I wish I'd vetted people more. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. But like you say, we're older, we're wiser,
Oh yeah.
and we've still got the skills that we had 20
Yeah.
years ago. So you've got to put it all together and say it's a new chapter,
Right.
and meet new people that are a bit more nicer in spirit, I
Yeah.
think.
Well,
Stay away from the narcissist.
I'm glad that you are still pushing for it. I wasn't brave enough to do that. I pushed and I got threatened the life of my family and I stopped. I'm glad all
But
they
you are
did.
pushing forward. Look at you now. You've got an amazing, successful podcast.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
That's winning in itself. And the fact that you can talk about it without crying,
Oh,
that is amazing.
I
That's a
was getting
breakthrough.
teary. I was getting teary, but
No,
it's been a long time.
I
Yeah.
can talk about the incident itself and the flying monkeys without getting angry or crying anymore. Um, But yeah, when I think of people like Dr. Amity or the people that have actually helped me get to this level of
Yes.
healing, I think it's more tears of happiness.
Yeah.
Like
You
I
did
just
it.
get all
You
sort of
made
like
it.
warm and fuzzy, and then I can't keep it all in, and I'm just like, and anyway, I'd love to meet her. Honestly, that would just be a dream of mine because
Oh,
when you're at home late at night and you're a single mum in bed, you know yourself, and you'll be like 2 o'clock in the morning and ding, your phone goes, and then you get this horrible message saying that you've got
right.
an ugly nose and you've got big ears and all the things they body shame you about, and it
Yeah.
can be quite hurtful,
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
and you're
Mm.
like, and then you're expected to go and do a film shoot the next day, when you
Oh,
know somebody psychologically put this into your head.
right.
But yeah, like, once you can sort of battle through that and sort of just block them and go, oh, whatever, that's when you're on a different level. You're
Oh,
you're
yeah.
a complete, and that's what I want to do. I just want to help other people not be bullied and know what a narcissist is. And if somebody speaks to you in a derogatory manner, recognize the red flag before
Oh,
you give them too many boundaries, and then they
right.
kill you, because that's where it ends up. If it gets too bad, they can kill you.
And they play with your
So
mind, making you think that no, it's all you, it's not me, kind of thing, and it's ridiculous.
it's emotional homicide,
Yes.
someone said. Yeah, I know we don't use the word homicide here,
Yeah.
but I heard that on a program. It's literally it's slow suicide.
Yes.
They literally break you down until there's nothing left of you. And that's basically what these guys have tried to do to me. They've tried to make me feel so isolated, and they've tried to ostracize me so much by making all these lies about me, so nobody wants to have anything to do with me.
Right.
But because I've continued to do the work, and I've continued to ignore it and just keep doing my projects and keep networking, eventually the lie will be seen to be a lie, and the proof is in the pudding,
Right.
as to say. So yeah, you've just got to keep, if you get a narcissist, you've got to keep telling your story, keep proving the lies, keep documenting everything, and eventually you'll be free. And
Well,
they,
obviously, these people are not used to people like you who will fight back and defend yourself on it. I'm sure they're used to a lot of people just following
yeah.
along with what they're
My dad
doing.
was a
And
soldier. I was born in the army, so I'm not
oh,
Oh,
normal. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, I was born in Germany, in Hanover. My dad was a green jacket at the time. It was
oh,
1983. So yeah,
okay.
we my mum was English, married. My dad's Scottish. He was based over there. My mum went over to marry him, and they
aw.
popped out whilst I was over there. So I'm not German, but I've got like, yeah, I'm a bit of a mongrel, you could say.
So how long did you live in Germany?
Not long. I came back to England when I was 2 years old,
Oh,
so I
okay.
don't really remember much of it. But I do remember being really, really scared of the dogs, because in Germany you're not allowed to touch the dogs or pet the dogs because they're like working military dogs, so
Oh.
they're not pets. So
Oh,
yeah, for quite a long time, up until I was about 5, I was quite scared of dogs.
Oh,
my.
So yeah, now I love them. I've got like loads of them.
I got one
Yeah,
right here.
what have you got?
yeah. Oh,
Well, he's too big. He's too big. He's
what?
not here. He's not in the
Oh,
room.
I, I, I have one too, right,
He
right.
has one right
Oh,
behind him.
I have one right behind me that I'm
oh.
almost afraid. Nicholas, come here, Nicholas. Come here.
You bring
Come
him
here.
out,
He
you can't put
stays.
him back down.
Well, come here, Nicholas.
Oh,
Oh, hello, beautiful. Oh, he's gorgeous.
he's made it on a few podcasts.
Yeah, he's been
Oh,
on a.
yeah, Chloe likes to get in on him, don't you, sweetie?
Yeah, we had a near emergency with him on one of them, but yeah, he's been on a few. He's always right behind me.
Oh, bless. Yeah, you're best friends. It's so true.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah, go ahead.
no, well, no, Maya, you go ahead. I don't want
When
to.
did you start Sammie Lay production?
Um, that was literally, I'd only set it up, to be honest. I'd only set the name Sammy Lee up to get the tax number, so that
Oh,
you can put a film onto IMDb and Amazon, because without a tax number you can't do it. So I had to set a whole business. I was like basically forced to do it. Um,
oh,
and
Oh,
then it was kind of like all the actors and stuff were involved anyway. So whenever we do a production that I'm videoing, and it's like I'm producing or directing, we'll put it as Samuel Lee Productions. But we actually help out so many other people that are nothing to do. It's not under Samuel Lee Productions,
yeah,
but it's the same cast and crew, but it might be one of the other
association.
actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a new guy that's just come into the industry, Mark Carter, and he's really great at acting, but he's also written quite a lot of stuff himself.
Oh,
So he's going down his avenue of starting to get his own production going. Obviously, we'll help him all out. I've just met a really great actor called Marco Antonio. He's amazing. Like, I can't even say, like, he does all the stunts and fighting and
oh,
stuff like that. Like, he can do the roundhouse kick like proper. And, yeah, he's great. And then you've got his friend Kaylee that I met through him. She came on set just as like an extra. Somebody didn't turn up, and
Oh,
it was a male actor that hadn't turned up. But Kate, it didn't matter if it was a female or a male
right.
in the scene. It was just like a backup actor, co-star. So she's literally learnt the lines within
Filled in.
5 minutes,
Wow.
and she had it. I mean, I couldn't even do that. I'll be honest.
I
Like I
can't.
was just
Not anymore.
mesmerized. So yeah, she came on and she filled this role, and she was only going to do a couple of little lines, and she ended up becoming one of the main co-stars. So yeah, there's people like that, like new people that are coming into my life now. And obviously I've got people like Aftab Sarkar, who's been on every single show, Nat Gibbars, he's been in every film we've done. You've got your sole members of Sammie Lee Productions that have been in it from day one. And then we've got so many people that come in like sporadically over time. But on this production specifically, I've probably met about 7 new faces that have like made me go, wow. So what we've decided to do is actually extend their scenes and write them in the film a little bit more to give them a bit of airtime and
Ah,
show little stuff. So that's why we're not going to be ready for October. We're going to be more January, February, but I'm not rushing. This is more about helping the actors get what they need, and then when it's
right.
ready, it'll be ready. So
So I see that your real name, your birth name is Samantha Fulbrook.
no,
What?
it's not
No?
actually.
What?
Oh.
Wait, so
So
how many names do you have?
that was my modeling name.
Oh
Oh,
my
Um,
goodness.
okay.
yeah, Fulbrook's actually my daughter's surname. So that's my
Oh,
ex-partner. Yeah, my
Oh.
daughter's father's surname. I was with him at the time I was in modeling. So obviously I just took his name because I don't get on with my real dad very
yeah.
much, and I kind of
Oh.
don't like the surname. But my real name's Samantha Weir, so it's
Oh.
Scottish.
Oh,
So
Scottish.
we were a
Oh.
Scottish clan that lived by the River Weir, like by the weir on the river. So back in the
Weir.
like,
Now, how
like
do
the
you spell
Viking
that?
days.
How do you spell?
Weir.
Okay, Weir. Samantha. Okay.
Yeah, like
So
the weir. And if you think about it, my ex-partner was called Fulbrook, and you don't get a weir without a Fulbrook. So you don't get a Fulbrook without a weir. So it was
Right.
kind of like, yeah, we were like, we're meant to be together.
Yeah, sure.
what
Yeah.
so what made you come with Samantha Lee?
Oh,
Sammie
Sammy.
Lee,
Yeah.
Sammy Lee, sorry.
well, originally when I was in the glamour industry, when I broke up with my ex-partner, my daughter's dad, we were together 10 years.
Oh
And then
my.
obviously I couldn't continue using his name, that would be a bit weird. So yeah, it was basically supposed to be Sammie Lay,
Oh.
but people kept pronouncing it Sammie Lee. So
I
I
said
just went
Sammy
along with
Lee.
Sammie Lee.
I said Sammy Lay, and then I keep hearing Sammy Lee, so I'm like, maybe I'm pronouncing it
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah. Originally it was supposed to be Sammie Lay, but I don't know, everybody just kept calling me
I like
Sammie Lee,
Sammy
so I just
Lay.
went with it. Yeah, I don't like to be too fussy, really. It's like that's what you want to call me.
So I see on IMDb Pro, it says your alternative name is Melion Lay?
Oh, Malian.
Malian,
So
sorry.
yeah, Alan Malian, he's a producer of 2025 films. Um, really, really good mate. We've worked on so many productions together. Sorry, the best one we did was a fairy tale, and it was Rumpelstiltskin,
Yeah.
and it was
I
Ah.
saw
basically
it.
like a spoof of all
Oh, I
the,
love that.
we couldn't put it on Amazon because of the music. There's like Disney and the copyright music and stuff, so it was
Oh,
only a YouTube thing. And we actually filmed it during COVID
wow.
lockdown. So when you was only allowed to have certain people on set, you was only allowed like up to 6 people, I think it
Yeah.
was. So yeah, it was just a little project to get us
Oh
through
my
COVID, and it
goodness.
was
right.
brilliant. Like we loved it. It was so much
I
fun. But yeah,
saw.
he's the owner. He with Malian Lee was his production company, and my
Oh,
production company
so
put
it's a
together.
collaboration name.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
collaboration. That's the one.
So
Yeah.
he's the only one you're collaborating with right now?
Um, No, you've got Jason Impey. He's on this film
Okay.
because he was. Do you know Jason Impey? He's in the
Mm-mm.
horror. He's quite well known in horror. He's got a few films on Amazon. He was the director of photography on Narc. So his name's on it. So it's not. I can't take all the the
Yeah,
credit
the
for the
credit.
film work and stuff because we have cameramen and stuff like that. I do all
Yes.
the editing, and the directing on set. and sorting out the locations and the wardrobes and the makeup artists
my
and the
goodness.
management of everything. That's my job. But sometimes if we have like, I do the DOP if it's a small scene, but if like a few months ago we were doing a scene where these guys had just done a robbery and they're running through the forest trying to get away from the police with this bag of jewelry. And we had to light the whole forest up to do that, because
Wow.
you know how it is with lighting. So yeah, this Jason Impey brought down, he's got the big boy stuff,
Oh my
you
goodness.
know, like the big cameras and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I tend to get bigger people on it, like when I'm doing big scenes, because that is a bit too much for me to do on my own. But when it is just like on Saturday, when we've got Mark and August Porter and Liam Peacock, he's great as well, a new guy that I've just met. He plays another police officer. It'll just be three of us, so I'll do the camera work on that and then just
Wow.
bring them in. But we've been editing as we go and filming. So the film's like in a storyboard as we're going,
Yeah.
and then I'll do all the bits and bobs when we're done. So you know how it is.
Yeah, it looks like in I saw the trailer for Rumpelstiltskin. I
A
believe it's
grandpa's
on
tale.
YouTube, and it looks like you are the miller's daughter who becomes the queen in the story.
Emily
Am I
Miller?
Yeah,
correct?
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Miller is Alan Mallion.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, so and then you got Trevor Smith. He's a great actor. I've worked with him on so many films, so funny. Paul Knight as well. He's another amazing actor that was in Rumpelstiltskin. There's just so many great people. I'd be here all day if I listed them off. And Nat was in it. So you got the people that are in Rumpelstiltskin that are in Narc. You've got Aftab Sarkar, Trevor Smith, Anne Marie Willis, who played Cinderella, Lewin Andrews, who also played Marcus Matthews in Rufid. So yeah, there's a lot. Like I don't know, like it's reeling off the names. There's so many people. So it's nice when you keep the same people, the same faces. I quite
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So there's a movie that you made, a short film, and it caught my eye because it said that your characters were mermaid, fae, and human. So that's just like, bing! Alternative realities. Like
Yeah,
tell me about that.
that's not my film. I don't know. That's a guy that was on YouTube, and I think he's a disabled gentleman.
Oh,
And he makes like videos, but like he does his own little concept videos.
yeah?
So not so much with real people, but he'll do it like AI and
Ah,
faces. So I didn't actually act in that movie, but he used my photography to make the
so you got credit
Oh,
yeah, so
for
sorry to say
okay.
AI.
that. I'd love to be a
Oh,
mermaid. That'd
it's
be
okay.
great.
But
I'd
have you
love to be
seen
a
it?
mermaid.
Have you seen the video?
I did, yeah. It was years ago though. I can't even remember. It must have been like 2019, I think it was.
It's
But I don't know where it'd be. I can try and have a look for you, and I could see if I could find it.
2021.
Was it 21 really?
20, it's
Oh,
well,
okay.
it said here is 21. But he probably did it
Okay,
like
yeah, it might
before
have been.
and
It was just a guy on Facebook that said he was making a little film and that he needed some photography. It was
oh,
quite good to be honest, and he had like a little audio over it and story. But
I have to
when we
look
were
it
doing
up.
Rumpelstiltskin, we did have a lot of people that were sort of on neurodivergent. People with ADHD,
Yes.
autism. When we do non-18 films, we try and get as
Yeah,
many people involved. Like,
non-18.
yeah, like in Rumpelstiltskin, there were so many kids involved. It was great.
Yeah,
But obviously we can't get kids involved in Rufid. So
bro. Yeah.
yeah.
Sammie, another film I see on your IMDb filmographies with a 2027 date on it is titled Damaged Goods. And so,
Yeah.
can you tell us more about this film? And is it also possibly based on some personal experience that you've had?
I think it's based on a lot of girls' experiences that have been in my industry. Girls that sort of grew up with no stable family at home, had to sort of go out the door and find their own way. And you kind of bump into people that don't really have your best interest at heart, people that want to take advantage. And for me, it was like I was asleep for so long And then I got to a certain age, probably when my daughter got a bit older, actually, when I started to see the dangers more clearly. You realise that if you'd have only just been a bit wiser and had that support network as a child growing up, you had a dad there to like keep you at home and keep the boys away, and you had a mum that sort of showed you how to be a woman. If you had all that, I believe in the butterfly effect, that your life, you could have maybe had a better start if you had those things. But for the people, the women and the men as kids that have to go out there and learn it, we're kind of a little bit behind. And sometimes you can meet the wrong people and you do become damaged goods. You do get seen as being damaged goods to certain cliques, you could say. So yeah, that's basically what it's about. It's about the butterfly effect, really. We haven't started casting it yet. I haven't started putting it together yet. It's literally in the first script form. But it's the next project I would like to go on to. But there's also talk about Roofed 5. So I'm kind of, and then we've got this Mark Carter who's just joined us. He's got his own production coming up, which he said he wants help with. So we can only do so much. So I'm not sure what's going to be happening in 27 yet, but that was my next project before all these other things came out. So I need more hours in a day.
So out of all your projects, which one was your favorite to be on set and which one was your favorite to edit?
Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Was it because of the challenge that you have to go through because of COVID?
And the outfits and getting to dress up. And Alan, because it was COVID, we wanted to hire a 4-poster bed in a hotel that looked medieval. We couldn't get into a hotel. So Alan was like, "It's all right, I'll build one." And he literally, with his own bare hands, went to the wood shop, came home. If you can see the photos from Rumpelstiltskin with me and Lou and Andrew sat on the bed as the king and queen, that whole bed was made by Alan Mallion.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, things like that. I mean, we filmed that in my living room. And we literally got stone wallpaper. We stone wallpapered my whole living room to make it look like a castle.
Wow.
And there was hay in my living room for 4 months.
Oh my goodness.
The kids couldn't go in there. Literally, we were living in the dining room, like lounge, having that as the lounge, and the whole living room was actually a set for 6 months that looked like a stone medieval castle.
That's so fun.
It was so fun. A lot of sacrifice, but a lot of fun.
Well, since you just said that Rumpelstiltskin was one of your favorites, that sort of answers another question I had. I've noticed a lot of your films have been based on more personal experiences or subjects that you have drawn from personal experiences, but I was wondering if perhaps other genres were some of your favorites, and with Rumpelstiltskin being a fantasy type film, do you have perhaps other ideas for more fantasy films in the future?
Oh, do you know what? I would love to be on a set like Game of Thrones or something, but I'm a realistic person, you know. I don't think that's ever going to happen for me, but yeah, I love all that kind of fantasy, mermaids, like you said. You know, I'd love to do, but I just don't have the budget for that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I really don't. Like, you have to, when you write a film, when you're an independent filmmaker, you have to sort of say, what can I realistically do? So I'd love to like blow a car up, and I'd love to drag a guy down the street from an ambulance or pick him out of thing, but I can't do that to actors, unfortunately.
Have you thought of anything totally the 180 degrees in the other direction, like comedy?
She's done comedy.
You know what? I haven't really been in the mindset for comedy, if I'm honest, darling, over the last few years. As they say, write what you know.
Right.
I haven't been a very happy person, if I'm honest, over the last. It's only in the last sort of 2 years I've started to feel like, I wouldn't even say I feel like me again. I feel like a different person, and I've learned a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of heartbreak.
Because
people that you think you can trust that you can't.
Oh yeah.
It like Nina said, it does something to you. So yeah, maybe comedy, maybe one day.
Yeah,
I'm not into rom-com or anything like that.
I meant, of course, as a future possibility, because there is so much potential in British humor. I love British humor.
Okay,
I
I'll
see
keep that in mind.
I
I'll
see
keep
Monty
that.
that in mind.
Python, the Monty Python,
Oh,
all
of
that.
course,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I see
yeah.
that you're in a movie called The Legend of Crickfoot in 2024, and that's a comedy.
That was that was very cleverly done. Matt Burns lives in America, and he's an American filmmaker. And he literally messaged me to say that he needed an actress to play somebody on a Zoom, sorry, on a dating website. And my character's quite funny. She's a bit of her name's Tiffany, and she's very like dumb. Do you know what I mean? She talks like that, and she loves hot dogs.
Oh
She
my
loves hot
goodness.
dogs. So yeah, basically he asked me to do these things, but we filmed it remotely. So I filmed it for him, sent him the footage, and then he put it into the film.
Oh, that's fun.
So yeah, it was funny. It was only one scene, unfortunately, but I was like,
Aw.
I was so blessed to be a part of it. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's all about the the Bigfoot guy, the Bigfoot monster.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like a spin-off of that. So yeah.
So I see one of your movies called Cyberstock. Does it have anything to do with the narcs and the people that you've been dealing with?
That was based solely on the
Biog
rape
biography,
in
yeah.
2018. I don't know whether I should have, but I made a reconstruction and a documentary of it because I had a lot of his flying monkeys at the time basically going around saying it never happened.
Oh,
I had a lot of evidence. He'd used his card in the room service that
hmm
night, text messages, like there was so much to prove it. Um, and because he was continuing the abuse and stuff, I had no option after the Jeremy Kyle show went out, but to tell my story.
right.
I started out by literally just coming online like this and talking, and that didn't seem to help. So I needed to go a bit deeper and literally people were saying to me like, how can you go to a hotel with a guy and then him rape you? Like you went to the
Like
hotel with him.
overpower you.
How?
But that doesn't
But
mean we want to get raped.
Ooh, no.
exactly. And I'll be honest with you, I
Uh,
did go there with the intention of sleeping with him. But when he burst into the door, into the bathroom, and accused me of being on the phone and punched me in the face, and I went to the floor,
Mhm.
I
oh
didn't no longer want to sleep with him.
my
So
God.
when he put himself inside me without protection, that is classed as rape. And for some
Right,
people, they can't see it. They are that sick, excuse my
right.
language, but they just or they don't want to. They don't want to believe it. That's more likely of it.
hmm
So yeah, I made Cyberstalked. I it is on YouTube, but it's on an unlisted account
Right.
because it got to the point where I told my story. I didn't need to keep punishing my rapists. I think, the truth is out there. I know it. He knows it. There's other
Yeah.
documentaries and evidence and police recordings of the investigation. The Jeremy Kyle show must have been humiliating itself. And I don't want to lower myself to his level and then get seen as being the narcissist.
Right.
Because if I continue, there's no need for me to keep talking about it and blowing it in. I've told my side. People that know me and they've seen the evidence and that's it. I don't need to keep going over it. But yeah, Cyberstalked was literally a documentary on how flying monkeys and specifically my rape that brought the flying monkeys in can literally make people want to commit suicide. And it mentions Caroline Flack. I don't know if you're aware, there was a really popular host in the UK.
I
She
don't know.
killed herself 7, 8 years ago because she was getting trolled. She was in the mainstream media, and she was getting trolled so badly. She ended up
Oh,
just, yeah, it was
that's so
awful. It was
sad.
so sad. She was
Mm.
such a pretty woman as well, and she just let it get on top of her. So yeah, that's why I did Cyberstalked. I was trying to bring awareness. But what I've also noticed, what you said, is when you do tell your story, even the people that believe you, they don't want to show their support because they're
Yeah.
scared of
They're
people
scared they're
getting
going to be
involved.
attacked.
Yeah, so you end up feeling like you are completely alone. And it looks like you're completely alone. But I'm just lucky enough, I've got a very good family and a
Yeah.
handful of friends that keep me on a level that say, no, these people are in the wrong. So just got to keep getting the awareness out there
Yeah.
now.
So where can we watch watch your movies and like the stuff, especially Cyberstalk? Are they on your YouTube channel or?
They are, yeah. What I'll do with the Cyberstalks one, I'll send that to you personally.
Okay.
Because I don't really
Okay.
want to publish it again. I'll send that to you on a
Sure.
unlisted
Yeah, we're gonna
account.
put it on
Yeah.
our page.
I'll put it on
Awesome.
my
And
website.
then,
Yeah.
yeah, awesome. And then you've got Roofids on Amazon.
Amazon. Okay.
And the
Okay.
rest
Yeah.
of them are all free. They're all on my YouTube under Film Projects. It's a channel called Film Projects.
Film
You
project.
know what? Rumpelstiltskin and
Yeah. I saw Roofied on Amazon just a couple of days
yeah,
ago.
what I
Yeah.
might do, guys, actually, specifically for your followers, tonight I'll unlock the Roofed films and I'll leave them on there for a week so people can watch them for free.
Okay.
Okay.
They're free
Oh,
to rent them.
All right.
All
Now.
right, cool.
Okay. Okay.
I'll send you the link as well, and then you can put the link in there. And they can just link on, and then you got the pilot, Roofed the double dose, Roofed the lethal dose, and
Oh
then Roofed
man,
the antidote.
we get to
Yeah.
binge watch.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm proud of those films. Like I say, that I wish I'd had more knowledge in filmmaking at the time that I made them, because then I would have been a bit more on the crew side of it and like sound problems and things like that. But at the time, I was just an actress and a director, directing a few things, but still learning. So, but it is what it is, and
Hey, you're making the
yeah,
next one, and it's gonna be even better.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I was going to say, Maya, you will have this published tomorrow, probably, right? Or
Tomorrow's the latest. I'm
tomorrow's.
trying to
So
get it
then,
done tonight.
right. So
Oh,
then you
no
can
rush, no rush
unlock
on
that
my part.
movie, Sammie, tomorrow then, because that's when I guess, yeah, that would
Yeah, no problem.
coincide, coordinate with, yes, that. I have to interject this
I
real
will put
quick.
a warning out. It is very dark. Sorry to interrupt. It's
Oh,
very
it's okay.
dark and gritty, and it is based around UK sex trafficking. There are graphic scenes in it, but it's not pornography.
Right.
So it's
Okay.
more about you hear stuff rather than seeing it. But it can be very triggering for someone that has been through it. So
Yes.
I would put a warning up there
Yeah,
on
that's
that.
what I was telling Chris before we started. I was like, okay, I just need to know if there's like, sex, rape, and stuff like that, so I can put like a content trigger because like a lot of people get triggered from rape and sexual abuse.
Okay.
So I will
It's
have that.
extremely triggering.
Yes.
I've had people walk out because they can't watch it.
Oh
When we was
my.
at a premiere at a little pub that we did a little private screening. It was like the third screening. And I felt terrible. This poor girl, she was just like, I can't, and she just walked out. So yeah, it
Aww.
really. But then I've had people say, thank you for giving me the eye opener. I didn't even know that
Yes.
happened in the UK. So people seem to think that sex trafficking goes on in countries like Brazil and, far distant countries, but it's
It
happening
happens
right here.
everywhere. Yeah, it happens everywhere. What'd you say, Chris? Sorry.
I'm going to say right now, this is a very important interview we're having
Yes.
right here. Lots of very valuable information here, for sure.
That's something
But
Chris never knew about me, so
No,
here you go.
I've learned all sorts. I've possibly learned more from this podcast than any other that we've had before. Yes.
Oh, wow. I love that. That is
Very
good.
enlightening for sure. But I wanted to interject something that's totally different real quick before I forget. Sammie, I love your accent. And I know we've talked about this before. And I just
love
want to tell a
yours
little.
too.
Yes, well, that's the story I wanted to tell real quick. When we were talking on Facebook about scheduling you for the podcast, I sent you the message as a text, and then you sent me a voice message on the Facebook Messenger. And when I heard
I'm
it,
not very good at texting with nails.
well, I loved it. Though I loved it. I thought, wow, I don't usually get a voice message back. And the first thing I thought was, wow, I love that accent. And I've heard a lot of British accents, but I just really loved your accent.
I love it too.
And then I went ahead
I love yours too, darling.
and sent you one back. But I was thinking of I was going to tell you that I liked your accent, but then before I could even do that, you sent me a message telling me that you liked my accent.
I do. I'm very jealous. I like the American accent.
Well,
My auntie
yeah.
lives in New Jersey, and I'd love to just move out there and,
Right.
hey.
But
It's funny.
that's cool.
People always love accents that's not in their country.
Well,
I
right.
know. I think
And
English accent's boring. I think I sound
We
boring.
love it.
no,
We love it
oh
here. Everyone
no,
goes crazy over it
oh, I
here.
love it. I love
Really?
it. But I don't even feel like I have an accent. So, of course, obviously, because I hear everyone speaking like I do around me.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, it's just interesting to think.
You
Oh, yes,
sound like one of those like in England in the morning we have like TV shows, like talk shows, and you sound like one of those guys. You
Oh,
sound like you should be on the TV, like
Yeah,
wow.
one of
yeah.
those voices you're
Oh,
used to.
thank you,
Yeah.
Sammie. You have made my day and my
Very
week
calm
and
and relaxed,
possible.
like
Wow,
chilled.
I love that. Yeah,
Going
awesome.
places.
Yeah,
You're
thank
very
you. Thank
happy.
you so much.
It's lovely speaking to you guys. It's been
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, uh, I see that you went to theater school.
I did, yeah. Like I loved drama school actually. Up until I
Oh,
was about 12, 13.
wow.
I went to the Alice Hyde Theatre School and it was on a Saturday and we did an hour dance, an hour drama, and an hour singing.
Wow.
And then at the end of the term, we'd put on this massive show for everybody, like family and that. And yeah, that was my first, when I first got into sort of dancing and acting, it was really round about like drama school. And then I went into Gulliver's Land, which was a kids' theme park. I was a reindeer in the Christmas shows and things like that. It was great. And then, yeah, I literally hit 14, 15 and things just at home weren't great.
Mm.
And ended up having to go and live in a children's home. That was probably
Oh,
the darkest
that
time in
must have
my
been
life. Like,
horrid.
yeah, it was a big man. I actually walked past it a few weeks ago. It's all closed down now, but it's like a big, if you imagine like an old English stately home, it was looked like something out of the Monsters. Do you
Oh
remember
my
that? The
God.
Addams Family.
Yeah.
It was something like that. And I
Was
remember
it
going up into my, sorry.
was it as horrible as people tell in movies? Oh
Yeah, I mean, I
no.
wasn't abused in the home or
Oh,
anything like that, luckily. But I do know kids that were. I wasn't there long enough, I
oh,
don't think. But things
oh,
like the
that's
food
good.
was locked down in the cellar. We weren't allowed to get food. We had to wait for the madam to give us a key.
Oh my
Ooh.
I was
God.
put up
Oh
in the
my
top
gosh.
room. And I can remember the night they moved me in there, all my stuff, my mum had dropped all my stuff off in bin bags. And this room, like the windows didn't fit the frame. And it
Oh,
was like October time. So I was in this dark room and all it had was a bed and a sink. It was literally a prison cell.
that's
And these
horrible.
Ugh.
bars on the
Yeah.
windows and they were like this. And I was literally 14 years old. It was just terrible. But then
Oh,
Ooh.
I got involved with the wrong people and started going down the wrong route and stuff
no.
till I got to about 17. And then that's
Mm.
when I flew out to Greece. And the
And
rest is history.
yeah.
So
So,
yeah, it's not always been great, but
Oh,
I'm glad I went through everything I went through because if I didn't, I wouldn't be where I am now.
yeah,
And I wouldn't have my kids and I wouldn't have, all the things. So sometimes I think we have to go through the fire to come out the other side
right.
and yeah, become a beautiful butterfly.
Well, I'm
yes.
glad you're in a much better place now with your career and your mindset. I'm glad
Yeah,
everything's
me
working
too.
for you now, and I'm glad you're over the
Yes.
cancer.
Thank you,
And
That was
Shannon. Thank
horrible.
you.
so
Thank you.
you've
It has been,
already
yeah, it's been a bit of a nightmare, but yeah,
yeah.
it's all fun now.
You've already
Sorry.
mentioned a lot of things that I would consider good advice, but do you have any other particular advice for aspiring filmmakers, producers,
Actors.
actors, anything that you haven't
Um,
mentioned?
I would say enjoy every moment of every project that comes across, even if it's the smallest little thing and it's not the biggest lead role or anything, because you're going to meet people on that set that could go somewhere else. So,
Right,
it's the same as if you don't get an audition, if you don't get a part, don't always see that as a bad thing because there might be something around the corner that is better and you wouldn't have been able to do that if you'd have got that other thing. So
right.
I'd always say, like, ride the waves, be very, very careful in who you trust, and don't think everybody's your friend just because you're working on a film with them.
Yep.
But yeah, enjoy it. And I'd also say to aspiring actors, people on my level, so not people that have done mainstream, not yourself for that, but like people that are on an aspiring level, I would say don't always go into it looking for the money. because I get a lot of actors that, you know, they want to come on the role, and then when they find out it's collaborative and it's not paid, they kind of start stamping their feet and stuff. And I understand there's actors out there that have done a lot of work and they're on a level where they are making money. But Sammie Lee Productions, we're for aspiring actors that help people work their way up. So sometimes I can get actors come to me and they're sort of a bit like, well, why aren't I getting £150 a day? Why aren't you paying for this? And why haven't I got a horse cart in the car park? You know, because
oh my goodness,
we're an independent production company. You know, so like I say, sometimes the egos can be a bit much. So I'd say if you're an actor, try and steer away from those kind of people, and just stay humble. Enjoy every audition that you go to. Don't get upset if you don't get it, and when you do get it, just enjoy it and be yourself, really. You know, don't let anyone bully you into thinking that you're not good enough.
Get a lot of actors that just started and they come on set like they're a diva, like they're like a celebrity, and they want this, want that. I'm like, well, you know, even celebrities don't do that now. So why are you expecting us to do that for you? And then they want to get paid a lot of money. I'm like, you know, you came onto this production knowing it's a low budget and low pay, or like some people are just coming just to collab and they don't even get paid. So these brand new actors, like probably in 3 months in, wanting high pay and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, no, 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 no. When we signed a contract, that's not what we said here. You signed a contract knowing what you came here for and what you're gonna do. You can't demand it now. And then they stomp off of the production, getting all mad. So then, you know, we're short an actor, and then we have to fill it in, and then they go bad mouthing to people saying, oh, they did this, and I'm like, nope, post up the contract.
I'm so
Here's
glad
the
you got
contract.
it. You know, you're like a breath of fresh air, you are.
So here's the
Well,
contract. This is what they signed for. And now they're demanding this on set. Even celebrities don't do that. They go with their contract and
Exactly.
they know what they're here for. You signed what you came here for, so you can't just, you know, do that. But yeah, that happens a
Yeah,
lot.
I've had it so many times, and I say it's separating the salt from the sugar now. You have to kind of just not even get angry when it happens now. You just got to realize that's who they are. That's
And
how
let them
they
go.
probably treat
Yep.
everybody.
Cut them loose.
Get on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris?
well, normally I have a lot in common with the guests, as Maya has mentioned. She's told me just last time that it seems like every time I have something in common, but this time you two seem to.
You've
Uh,
noticed that almost all the men we interview has something in common with you. Almost all the women that interview have a common in me.
okay,
You've
yes,
That's why
noticed
you're
that?
so
wow,
good at doing what you do.
yeah,
Because you can resonate with people. And that's
Yeah.
what a lot, you know, some people can't do that. Some people just don't have empathy. They don't have the chemicals that
Yeah.
take those things. And that's what I've basically narcs about, to be honest.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay clear of those narcs. They're
Yeah.
everywhere. But I can
Yeah.
definitely tell you guys aren't narcs.
Oh,
Just
yeah. I
via your
try.
mannerisms.
oh, thank you. And I have to ask also before I forget, your pet dog is that is that Chloe?
Chloe, yeah.
Okay.
She's
Oh.
my baby. Come
And
say hi.
well, the
Come say
reason I ask is because I saw not long ago on Facebook you posted a picture of Chloe and you said she was sick and you had to take her to the
Oh.
vet. I'm assuming I was going to ask you about her
Yeah.
anyway,
Oh my
but
goodness. How old is
looks yeah.
she?
Yeah,
She's
all
very
right.
old now. We've had her since she was 5 weeks,
Oh my
and she's
goodness.
13 now. So she's getting an
Oh,
Oh
old
my
wow.
baby.
goodness.
Wow.
She's been
13.
in. She's in Rumpelstiltskin. She's in Rufus One,
Oh
and
goodness.
Oh.
We got a star on our podcast
yeah.
here. Oh,
she
So,
pet
likes to get
star.
in the cameras. But yeah,
all
she
Oh.
had
right.
they call it cherry eye. So she had that happen as she got older, and then she had some little lumps on her belly.
Oh
Oh.
no.
So we took her to the vet. They had to get them out to check if they were malignant.
Mm.
Luckily they weren't.
Yeah,
Oh.
good.
Then she had a couple more to get out, but they were just like what they like little cysts. So, but they were just making her belly not look very nice. So
Oh.
she lost a teat doing
She's
the
a hap
operation, but yeah, she's much.
she's a happy
Oh
girl
yeah.
though.
So
She's a happy girl. Oh,
does Chloe have IMDb credits also?
it should make IMDb bad.
She doesn't, but that's a really good idea.
That's
It
a
sure
really good
is.
idea.
Oh yeah, it
Why
sure
haven't
is.
I thought of that?
Well,
I
well,
put
I
my
just
kids
did.
in
So
some of my stuff and they get IMDb credit.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, my daughter plays me in Rumpelstiltskin. So when you see
Oh,
the young maiden as a
oh,
child,
that was
okay.
very
that's actually
cute.
my daughter in real life.
Oh, that's so
So yeah,
cute.
yeah, we are
Okay.
so alike, aren't we? It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. So, Sammie, for everyone who out there who wants to keep up with all of your work and everything coming from Sammie Lee Productions, where is the best place to do that? I know you have a YouTube channel and a Sammie Lee Facebook page, several of those, I think. But is there anywhere else that we can keep
Not
up with
really,
your work?
no, just
Okay.
Sammie Lee Productions and my YouTube channel at the moment. I used to have a website when we were distributing the Roofed film. But to be honest, it became more of a nightmare than it
It's a
was worth. And I was
chore.
getting so many messages through it. We didn't really need, when Amazon came out, we didn't need to sell DVDs anymore. So I
Yeah.
shut it down. That was sammielee.com.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's no longer that. I'm not really needing it. So a lot of my work comes through all the film pages on Facebook. So there's lots of, like, you've got the IMDb page, you've got the Filmmakers Producers Network and the Filmmaking Network, the IMDb page itself. So a lot of my adverts and castings will just direct people to my Facebook Sammie Lee
Right.
Productions page. And
Okay.
anyone can come in. You don't have to be an actor. Like, you can just come in and see what we're doing. I don't mind if people have worked on other stuff and they want to just share it in the group. It doesn't have to be a Sammie Lee Productions put in there. So it's just a place for everybody to meet and get together,
Okay.
really.
Okay, and on my website, in the article that I write for this interview, I will include links to those places
Oh,
where people
amazing.
can.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yes. And so,
Awesome.
is there any question we haven't asked that you would like us
I
to
don't
ask,
think
or
there is,
any?
actually. No, I
No.
think you've done really well.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Superstar. That's
All
awesome.
right.
No,
No, I
There you
can't
thank
think
go.
of anything. I think you
No.
covered everything, really, and more, actually. So
Oh, that's a great compliment. Awesome. Thank you so much again. This is the second. Yeah, it's the second big
it's definitely
compliment.
my favourite interview. I've done a lot of interviews, and they're normally around pretty, not very nice subjects.
Oh,
The last podcast I did, I said to you, it lasted 2.5 hours.
Yes.
And that was with another victim of abuse. So yeah, they
right.
can be quite hard and quite draining.
So,
Not draining in a, I don't mean that like disrespectfully, but it's
Mhm.
like draining on
right.
your emotions.
right.
Right.
So you can come off the podcast feeling quite,
Well,
Drained.
so
Yeah, tired.
and you guys are making me go, yay!
all right.
Might have a glass of
Awesome.
wine when I'm done with you.
All right. So, Maya, there's 3 compliments we got from this one. There we go. And who knows what else we might get before it's over, but this is wonderful. So,
Yeah, amazing.
yeah. So, I have always to finish things up. Now, Maya, is there anything else that you would like to ask Sammie?
I'm good.
Okay.
You should.
Uh,
Yeah, no, it was lovely to
I
meet
love
you,
that.
though.
I love that when we asked the question, you told us a whole story, and then most of our questions are answered.
Yes.
I
Well,
love it.
like I said,
It's me
when I asked
too
that
much.
first
No,
question,
no, it's good.
yeah, when I asked that first question, I realized after I wrote it, but then I realized that's a question that's got a lot of stuff in it, but you just handled it very well. You went through
It's
it,
amazing.
yeah, very
I
nicely
think it's
summarized. And,
telling the story for so long, it kind of becomes
Natural.
easier.
Right.
Before I couldn't
Yeah.
have spoken, like 6 years ago, I couldn't have spoken to you like this. Like, I wouldn't have even wanted to come on camera, if I'm honest. I would just because you kind of don't want to show,
Emotions.
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want to be seen to look like a
Vulnerable.
crazy person.
Well,
So
We're all
yeah,
crazy.
you kind of do go quiet and you kind of deal with it, and then you come back stronger. And
yes.
now it's a lot harder for people to gaslight and things because of what I've
Right.
learned. And I just want to help other people, basically, like whether I do that through film or documentaries or, people. We've got a beautiful actress that's on Narc. She plays one of the ex-wives of one of the narcissists, Lindsay Bayer, Irish lady. She's got the most gorgeous accent, and she's had her own personal stuff as well. So when she was actually doing her lines, she managed to actually go off script, and she was talking
Her
from the
own
heart
experience.
basically, and what came out on camera was just amazing. So yeah, I like to work with actors that have actually experienced the situation, because there's a bit more realness there as well. So
I love that too.
yeah.
Okay, so I always like to finish the podcast with what I call 5 random questions. And
Oh,
these are
okay.
just designed to get to know you a little bit better in maybe some non-filmmaking ways. Number 1, what do you think is your best quality as a person?
Being a mum.
All right.
That's what I answer
Yeah,
too.
it's got to be, I think. That's like when you can sort of, they don't judge you, do they?
No.
Your kids. Like you can
Right.
sit there and like have your hair like this and have your
Yeah.
pajamas on and they still love you, you know? So yeah, I kind of,
Yeah.
being a mum. That's mine. My
Okay.
daughter's like, I don't want to say she's my best friend because that's a bit sad, being like,
Aw,
your
it's not
daughter's best friend, but
sad.
we're not close off. A lot of people say that they think we're sisters when we're out. So she's very mature.
Aw.
She's off to uni next year. She wants to be an OA. So basically somebody that works in surgery. So
Oh
she's
my.
she just got student of the year, and we
Oh,
had this massive award ceremony.
wow.
And the high guy from the college came down and they gave her a trophy and everything. It's all on my
Wow.
YouTube. You can have a look. I was so like proud
I'm
of
so
her.
proud.
So yeah, I'd say
Ah.
moments like that, that's what makes me
Aw.
say it's all been worth it.
All right.
Aw.
Well, that was a good question. That's a great answer, too. All right. Okay, so number 2, what is your favorite drink to have with a meal?
Oh,
She
with a
mentioned wine
meal,
earlier.
I like a glass of Prosecco.
Ah.
But I also am a bit of a red wine girl as well. So I
Okay.
do like a
Okay.
nice Rioja or a Merlot. I'm a bit of a
I've
sucker
had
for
Merlot, but what are you? Rioco? What is that? That's not
Rioja. It's
Rioja.
Riogjo, I think they spell it. Rioja.
Okay.
So it comes from, you can get it from any different country, but it's quite strong. Yeah, it's
I
a
will look for
very,
that.
yeah,
Never
I
heard
love
of it,
it.
but
I
I will
love
look
it.
for it now. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3, where is your favorite place to go on a vacation?
Oh, do you know what? I haven't had a holiday since I went to Barcelona with the girls 3 years ago for 4 days. Um, but that wasn't really a holiday. That was kind of a like I need some space holiday. But before that, I went to Spain when my daughter was 5, so I haven't actually been abroad for 15 years.
Oh.
When you're
Yeah,
going
I haven't had
next,
a holiday.
you coming to America?
But I would love to, babe.
Oh.
I would love to. That would be
Yeah.
amazing. I've got actually
Right.
quite a lot of friends that I've met on social media that live
Oh.
in
Yeah.
America. Sue Meek, I say she's my sister from
Oh.
another mister. She's in America, and we've always said if we do get the opportunity to fly over the waters, we've got a bed for each other,
Oh,
whichever way
okay.
it is. And there's quite a few people like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, you guys are one of them. If you ever find yourself in
Ah.
England, you got a
Oh,
bed.
yeah. Well, yeah. Let me know if you're ever in America. Yes,
Oh, I'd
United
love that.
States.
That'd be
Yes.
awesome.
Number 4, what is your favorite dessert?
Oh, this is easy, this one.
Good.
So there's a cafe called Crems in England. I don't know if you have it in America, but they do the most amazing lemon meringue. It's like a lemon meringue slice of pie. You
Oh.
put it in the bottom, and then it's like covered in meringue ice cream.
Oh my
And then
God.
there's a picture of it on my Facebook actually.
Oh.
And then it's covered in meringue sauce. And it's
Oh.
I'm
just
drooling.
Sounds delicious. Yeah, it's making me hungry right now.
Sounds really
I
good.
don't know what they call it. I think it's called the lemon. I'll send you a picture later.
Okay. All right, good. I will look for that somewhere here, and hopefully I can find it. Number 5, when you were a kid, what did you always want to be when you grew up?
A dancer.
You
That
still
was it.
dance?
I didn't want to
Okay.
be anything else, just a dancer. I was dancing
Okay.
everywhere. I used to fall down the stairs because
Oh.
I'd dance. I'd dance
Oh.
across the landing, miss my footing and fall down the stairs. My
Oh.
mum was like, for God's sake. So yeah, I danced everywhere. I think when I was 7, I did start, sorry, 3, I started ballet. And then I started crying because my mum wasn't allowed to stay with me.
Oh.
And then they didn't keep me in the ballet because I wasn't behaving
Okay to
enough.
be by yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, so then my mum got me into rock and roll and
Oh.
disco, and that was a bit more me. So yeah, I
Yeah.
stayed in that then until I was about 13, 14. Then I went to drama school. And then by 17,
Do you still dance
yeah,
now?
I like dancing, but I wouldn't say I'm as fit as I was. So I can't do the splits anymore. And I
Oh,
think if I tried
no.
to, I wouldn't get back up again. So, but I
Wow.
worked in the clubs quite a lot. I did a pole dancing, so I was a professional pole dancer for 25 years.
That's
Oh.
hard
So
to do.
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't have a clue when I was 17 and I went over to Athens. I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, no.
I didn't even know that they get that out. You know what I mean? I was so, I'm like, what do you want me to do? But
What
yeah,
do you
it was
want
a
me to
real
do?
shock. Yeah, but then when you kind of got the art of it and you actually start to learn all the because now girls do it for fitness. They're doing it in
Now,
their bedrooms.
everywhere.
They're doing it on Facebook. When
Yeah.
I was doing it, it wasn't seen as,
Yeah.
we didn't really talk
It was
about it kind of
taboo.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's like Wi-Fi. Now guys don't have to go to clubs like that
Yeah,
because
they just watch
everything's
online.
available. Yeah, so it was a different life, really, different era.
Oh, man.
So, but yeah, dancer, that's the question. Yeah, I always wanted to be a dancer.
Okay. Well, Sammie, just as I expected, this was definitely an out of this world interview. I have really enjoyed it. I'm sure Maya has. And,
Oh, yeah, I have.
Definitely.
yeah, I've enjoyed those compliments for sure that you gave me.
It's nice meeting a kindred spirit.
Yes,
It makes you have
absolutely.
faith in the world.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for being on the podcast today. We greatly appreciate it. I know Maya does as well. And
I don't know
yeah.
if you know that I also
Oh.
run a magazine called
That's
Effective
right.
Magazine.
Forgot.
And I
Something
would
on
like,
the wall.
yeah,
Is that yours, is it? Oh,
yeah, it's mine. I would like to have you on the cover of one of the issues next month. If you would like to send me some photos and I'll go through it, and then I'll also put your podcast interview in the magazine as well.
Yeah.
thank you so
Yeah.
much. That'd be an
Right.
honor. Yeah,
And I
that'd be
want to,
amazing.
I want to outline your, what's your advocate advocating
Yeah,
for, yes,
yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
on the
Yeah,
front
brilliant.
page.
Oh, I love
And
that. Brilliant.
if
Yeah, so
there's
just
a quotation you want on the front with your image, let me know, and I'll get it
My
done.
favorite quote is "This too shall pass."
This too shall
Oh,
pass.
okay,
You got
okay.
it.
Yeah. If I was
Yeah.
brave enough to get a tattoo like my daughter, I'd get it on there, but I'm just too
Just
scared.
get it
I like
somewhere.
tattoos.
Get it somewhere you can't see.
Yeah. So
Pain. I can't do it. She gets all up here. She's got one up here and up there. I just can't. I don't do needles and I'm fainting.
yeah. So Sammie, if you're connected with Maya on Facebook, you can send her the pictures or send them to me.
Yeah, I'm
And-
sure.
and-
I don't
and
know if
then-
we are. I'll have a look. I'll have a
Yeah.
little look later. 'Cause I've got
Okay.
2 accounts, you see. So
Right.
I've got Sammie Lee and then the actress Sammie Lee one. One was supposed to be private, one was supposed to be for filming, but it just ended up everyone just comes on to both of them now. So
Same.
Yeah. And then I write an article about the podcast, and then Maya puts that in the magazine
Yep.
also. So that's
so
and
cool.
and the name of the magazine, I don't know if Maya told you, it's Effective Magazine. She also has a Facebook page for that as well, if you want to check that out.
I will do. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
That would be amazing. Yeah. Thank you so
Okay.
much, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much for
Thank you
coming
so
on
much.
to our
Yes,
podcast.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sammie. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Speak
Have a
soon.
nice one. Bye.
And you, darling. Bye.
Bye bye.
Clicking the link, lean in, your grin, 2 mics, 1 vibe. Alright, let's dive. It's coffee and chaos, scroll and sip. Big deep questions, petty trip. Side-eye science, bathroom talk. Dreams and disasters on a walk. Contagious podcast, catching on so fast. About everything and nothing, you'll be laughing, then you're thinking. The Contagious podcast. Let the time slip past, hit play, lean back, keep listening.
Hot take, heartbreak, kitchen chair, life on mute, we overshare. Leans, waltz stories, Crisco's wait, 2 open diaries, 1 with faith.
Contagious podcast, catching on so fast. About everything and nothing, you'll be laughing, then you're thinking. The Contagious podcast. Let the time slip past, hit play, lean back, keep listening. You're in the group chat, riding the spin, round and around till you're hooked again, 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 again. The Contagious podcast, catching on so fast. About everything and nothing, you'll be laughing, then you're thinking. The Contagious podcast. Let the time slip past, hit play, lean back, keep listening.